casting, I didn't actually know it was going to be a ghost movie, which was why I went for the casting, because I personally do not watch ghost movies. With a vengeance, right? I don't watch ghost movies at all. So after I went for the casting and they told me, yeah, you got the role, and they tell me what it was about, I was like, okay, that's not good. Personally, I did not know anything about Old Changi Hospital before I went to shoot there, at all. No stories, no nothing, my chalets were always in Pasir Ris, that sort of thing. You know, you never had the chance to go there, so I didn't know a thing. So after that, when we actually started shooting, actually after we started filming like the first or second day or so, I talked to my friends, yeah, we're shooting at Old Changi Hospital, quite happy about it. And they started telling me, are you insane? That place is haunted, blah blah blah, and all the stories come, right? But when I went there, I felt a bit of unease because the place is old, the place is dangerous. But yeah, it's like what Tony says, we never really felt threatened in any way. At night, there was a time when we were just packing up to go back. And as we removed the lamps from the other side, near the hidden campsite, as we removed the lamps to put it in the car, you could feel like the darkness just kind of came in whenever we just moved a little bit away. It's almost as though this feeling like, okay, yeah, it's now their time, their territory, and we just moved off. And it was freaky. I won't say it wasn't, but yeah. Oh, the YouTube video thing was because after we did the shoot, Tony edited some of the footage and told us to go over to this place to watch. So we did, and he said, okay, I know it's gonna be a bit small, but don't worry, it's not gonna be a YouTube video. And then he shows us this like tiny little thing on this big Mac screen, right? This small little footage. I was like, yeah, that is kind of worrying. But yeah, it turned out fine. I was pretty shocked when I actually saw it on the big screen, to be honest.
Yeah, like I didn't think that it's gonna be this big. I mean, when we started out, I came onto set and I saw like only 2 cameras, like handheld. I'm like, so that's it? What's with the crew? This? I'm like, okay. I'm like, shit. What can I? But yeah, I mean, I came in with a clear conscience. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything big. I mean, I came into the whole production one day before shoot actually. When Jen, the producer, was like calling like, you know, you better come down. No, you have to come down today or else you're out. I'm like, shit. And I had classes in the morning. I'm like, damn, yeah. So I mean, yeah. And the casting call was actually asking for actors who want to play as crew. I'm like, okay, I don't mind learning a few stuff because I mean, I really want to learn a lot of stuff. And I mean, it was actually cool that we all formed together and we are actually like a family together. Say that, yeah. Oh, I don't see you more like a dad lah. I see Jen more like a mom, but you're like more like a bro to me. And you too. And you too, bro. Yeah.
You worry me.
Thanks.
Okay, back to the thing about the camera setup. So there were only 2 cameras at any one time? Or what was the camera setup like?
Audi had a 7D that he brought, and I had a 7D. And I had a lot of time-lapse cameras, other cameras, the ones that got stolen. Oh, and the helmet cams. Also, at some point there was actually 4 cameras then, because they had 2 helmet cams and 2 other cams.
And there's no dolly, like crew pushing, you know, no steady cam, and go, cut, action!
Oh,
None
wait,
of that.
it's Audi doing his stunts.
Oh yeah, only Audi doing his
Demonstrate the
stunts.
stunts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stunts.
Yeah. So
What was it about?
The
stunts.
yeah.
How do you feel?
you do the steady shots.
The steady shots was actually made by Tony, the one with a lot of glass. That was actually done by Tony. He had it on a tripod and had it upside down. And he flipped the image in the end, the editing station. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about stunt scene, man.
Oh, my stunt scene. Oh,
The guy was like dragged across the How do you do it?
I'm actually a stuntman as well, but master of all trades. So we had actually the corridor. We actually had some wide stunt guy coming in, Jimmy Lowe from the stunt production. So we actually had him come in and rig up all his equipment and wires down the OCH corridors. So actually the plan was for me to start in the middle of the hallway and pull me back through 2 doors. And these doors were old doors and they were actually filled with asbestos, which is very heavy and very dangerous at the same time. And we had already four Indian workers to actually pull the wire towards the other end. And then the camera was set up, the 7D was set up on a rig that Tony made. It was basically two wheels cage sort of thing, and then I just pulled it with a string. So I was dragged on the floor and pulled through the 2 doors, and actually the doors collapsed because the hinges were all rusty. So the doors actually almost fell on me, so I almost got hurt. But thankfully, the physics, the physics just sort of prevented the door from falling on top of me. And even beyond that, even beyond that, actually, if I went even beyond further, I could actually fall into the rear elevator shaft. But that was blocked off thanks to Jimmy. He kind of had a safety precaution down there.
It was okay though because Audi is mainly behind the camera, so you can just replace him.
What about the shot where you actually lowered the infrared camera down? What was that hole? And did you actually go down into OCH? Or
That's a gutter at my house. A little, what do you call those things?
Water.
Drains down. A drain. Yeah, I just lowered it down in there.
There's just some longgang in my house. What?
Some longgang.
Any other questions?
Yep.
Final call.
Tony, can you share more about your upcoming film, The Third Eye Awakening?
Open.
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 This guy with lines are horrible.
Third Eye Open. This is possibly the next film that we're going to do. It's basically a series of ghost stories that are all tied together. It's like maybe 5 or 6 that will be tied together, and they're all connected. It is about a detective who comes to Singapore and gets involved in a case of suspected terrorism involving the occult, and he opens his third eye in order to solve the case. And a series of ghost stories involving this unfold, and they're all tied together at the end as well. They each have a twist.
So when is it going to be released?
First I have to make it. That could be a while. But you know what, we're looking for some investors, so give me your card, before you leave.
So you were really like tied to ghost stories and horror films and that sort of genre, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting out of it, but at this point, then I've already written Third Eye. Actually, I wrote Third Eye right before I wrote Haunted Changi. I wrote Third Eye and was going to make it next, but it's a bigger budget film and we're going to require a lot more. Then, right after I finished the script, I decided to just write something different, and that was Haunted Changi as a lot lower budget. So I figured I would get the same people. Let's all, see if we can work together and do a test for the market for Haunted Changi. Then we go do Third Eye Open.
Do you foresee yourself doing something like a romantic comedy or something totally different? No.
I've got a couple different plans. Possibly like a children's live-action animation. Science fiction love story, and an action adventure treasure hunting kind of movie. Those are all possibilities. But I'm more comfortable in horror. It seems a little bit easier for me. But yeah, the other ones also require a bigger budget. Yeah.
Any closing words for the
And if you guys want
cast?
to watch the
Anyone
sequel,
else? If you make a sequel?
There is a sequel story. It's unlikely that I'll make the sequel though, just because I'd rather do something else. But I've written 3 chapters to the book. We'll see what happens if I actually finish it. Sheena's character would be telling the story of what has happened to the rest of the crew after Andrew's incident.
I did write the blog.
Sheena wrote some of the blog. She wants credit for that.
Yes.
If you'd like to donate to her blog, she'll be accepting donations. Okay, we have some T-shirts and posters. I don't know. We probably do not have enough T-shirts for everybody. So if you want a poster, that's great. We've got a big cinema-sized posters and T-shirts.
We've got the small, I think A3 size or A4 size ones downstairs in the
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
So you could just go down and grab as many as you want. Really. A4, I think.
A4.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess thank you everyone.
Thank you very much for coming.
thank you for all your support, people.
Yeah, it's good to see
Happy
people.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, yes. So yeah.
Okay.